Hey guys, how you guys doing? Happy Sunday. Happy New Year once again. I hope you are doing great and I hope you are having a good weekend. Welcome to another episode of Ariyike Weekly. And of course, I'm here to give it to you hot as always every Sunday. As my friends will call my YouTube show, they say this is the Sunday tonic. So I'm here to give you the Sunday tonic, the scoop, the juice. But yeah, I hope you guys are doing good. Today I have a co-host, my friend, my sister. She's someone who's doing amazing things in the tech space. She's the co-founder of Africa Hacks, and her name is Christine Dikongue. I'll be bringing her in a second, but before I bring her in, I just want to make sure that you guys are watching me and you guys can hear me loud and clear. So if you can hear me loud and clear, please drop a comment in the comment section and also rep your city. Let me know where you are watching from. Okay. So I see Etiquetify Solutions says we are here. Yo, thanks for joining us. So I can see we have a couple of other people watching. Please rep your city. Let me know where you're watching from. And let me know if you guys can hear me loud and clear before I bring my co-host in to the show. So I just want to see three comments. Once I see three comments, then I'm going to bring her in, and then we would kick off this week's edition of Arike Weekly. And please, as you're watching, make sure you share this video, so that your friends can also join. You can share it. You can copy the link and share to all your contacts. And yeah, perfect. Okay. Etiquetify says Ontario, Hannon. We can hear you. Perfect. Okay, CG is also here watching. Thanks, AK. That's my boo. He says we can hear you loud and clear. Perfect. Christine Toronto in the house. Okay, so on that note, I would bring in my guest and we would jump right in. Hey,
Hey,
girl.
hi everyone.
Hi,
Hi.
Christine.
Hi,
Welcome to the
Ariyike.
show.
Thank you for having me.
You're welcome. It's so good to have you here.
Yes, so good to be here.
I love this. What's that? Is it a
It's like a
band? Is
yeah,
it
it's like a headpiece. Like hopefully it will come in my collection soon. Let's stay tuned for that.
the Duchess, girl? The Queen. The
The
Queen.
Duchess, the Duchess.
The Queen. African royalty. It's so
Yes,
good to have you here.
yes, thank you
Yeah, so
so
I needed
much.
the show to start so
Mm,
that I could share the link with you,
mhm,
which I will be doing in a second you can so that you can also share it to your contacts so that people
mhm,
can join us. That's what I do. I always get the show has to start. We have to go live first. And then
mm.
when we go live, it generates the link for us to share. So please share the link to your people, your fans, your family on Facebook, on Instagram as well, on Twitter, on all the platforms. So if you just give me a second to just get that, and then I'll get it and share it. But while I'm getting the link,
Yes,
I want to, because people are already watching, and I just don't want us to be quiet. So
for
I know
sure.
a lot about you already because you're my girl, you're my Cameroonian princess.
Mhm.
You're my Cameroonian princess. But for people who don't know you, I just want you to just say more about the Christine Dikongue brand.
Mhm. So you are you going to say or you want me to say something?
Yeah, you can go ahead.
Okay, for sure.
Just tell us
So hi
about
everyone.
what
First of
you do.
all, thank you so much for being here. My name is Christine Dikongue. I am an entrepreneur, but also I'm also a founder of Africa Hacks, but also an innovation and business strategist consultant. So if you're in Toronto, you may or may not know me, but I'm pretty involved in community development activities. I sit in multiple board, but most recently I've launched Africa Hacks, which actually launched in the middle of the pandemic. And the whole idea with Africa Hacks is to really sparkle innovation in the head of young people of African descent via innovation challenges. And from those innovation challenges, we're actually transforming those projects through through startups and with our different partners that we have. So if you want to know more about it, just stay tuned. We're going to, talk about this, throughout this live, but I'm also going to really touch points on, different ways of how to practical tips on innovation and how to think
Fantastic.
outside the box in 2021.
Perfect. Thank you so much, Christine.
Sure.
Gosh, you speak so well. Oh my God, you speak so well. Your English
You
is
too.
so sweet. And then even when I hear you speak French, oh my goodness, girl. Hey, one of the things I hope to achieve this year is to, learn how to speak French.
Yes.
A little bit of French at least.
Mm,
A little bit,
for
if
sure.
possible. Yeah, but you're looking good tonight.
Thank you, thank you. I try my best on a Sunday, 8 p.m. Making sure I'm here. So I've shared the link with my communities.
Okay,
I'm
you got it?
continuing.
Because I
Yes,
just
I
sent it
got
to
it.
you.
Yes, I got it.
Okay, perfect. I just want to put it on Instagram and then yeah, hopefully get more people to join us.
Mm,
We're going to use the trick that you taught me yesterday.
yes.
Which I never knew existed. Our trick.
Mm,
So yeah, that's what
but
I'm gonna do. I'm gonna post it on
for
on
sure. Do
my
you know what I
Instagram.
see? How's everyone doing? Are you guys excited for today? What are you keen on learning? Is there anything, that you want us to touch point on? Because we're going to talk about innovation. We're going to talk about, maybe I will share as well different tools that you can use to sparkle your innovations. So please, share in the comments if there's something that you want us to talk about or you're excited to, find out today.
Perfect. And can you read the comments? Do you
Yes,
see the comments?
yes, I'm looking at the comments. I
Okay.
know you through Afropolitan Canada. Oh, okay, bonjour, interesting. So that's from Electro.
Election Auburn?
Yes, so I know you through Afropolitan Canada. Yes, I was a host at Afropolitan Canada shortly before I think it was like 2 days before Toronto got into lockdown back in March
Oh
2019. But like,
wow.
I look different. How can you recognize me? I look different. Oh, no.
You scaled up. You have scaled up.
Make sure you're following us, Electro Urbans, myself, and Ariyike, so that you can catch up when is our next time that we're hosting events. Thank you so much. Well, I'm still looking at the comments while we're waiting for Ariyeke to come back. So I'm here looking at the comments. I see that people are joining. Please do share with your friends. That we are having a casual talk on innovation this Sunday with myself and Lady Ariyeke.
Perfect, girl. You are so good.
Thank you.
You are so good. You're such a good co-host. You're just like going, 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 going,
I wish
going,
I
going.
give them the trick. So basically, guys, Ariyeke, she's an influencer on Instagram. So yesterday I showed her a little trick, how she can swipe up because when you're an influencer, you have more than 10K, you can do those things on Instagram. So she's currently doing that. And this is also, part of innovation, ensuring that you're on top of all the latest features on all the tools that's being used to promote your brand out there. So that's kind of what she's doing. And once she will be done, we'll be starting soon.
So yes, Christine, before we even jump like fully into the topic, for
Mm-hmm.
people who are watching, can you please teach them the trick that you taught me last night? Because girl, I've been using Instagram for how many years now? God, I don't even know how many years, but for so many years. But I didn't know that I could, put the link to my
Yes,
YouTube channel
yes,
in my story. And
for sure.
because I always see people when people say swipe up, and I'm thinking, what are they talking about? But
For
yeah, can you
sure.
please teach like people who
Definitely.
does it only apply to people who have more than 10K followers?
Yes, so the trick is you can do two things, right? So you can either share an IGTV. So let's say this video is going to be on Lady Ariyeke Instagram, it's going to be your IGTV. And me, I want my people to know about it. So I don't need to have 10K. Anything that's
Okay.
within Instagram, so IGTV, you can share it on your story. But to link things like websites or brands and things like that, for them that's like a influencer feature. So you need to have more than 10K. So I see Oluwatoyin that's in there. People are entering. Bonjour Canada. So I will show you guys how it is. So if you have your Instagram, right, go take your Instagram. So for me, I'm gonna go into my Christine Dikongue. So me, I don't have 10K, but I will show you how it looks like if you were to have 10K. So you have to go on your Instagram. So from your Instagram, you take a picture. So let me take my own picture.
Okay.
You take a picture. So you take a picture or whatever, right? And then once that's done, you're going to click on this link here. So you see this link here, the link. So you're gonna click on the link on top of your story. So when you click on the link, for me, because I don't have 10K, right? So it says IGTV video. So let's say you had Canada vendor has a IG, because I think Canada vendor was they do a lot of videos. So let's say Canada vendor
Yeah, they
has
do a
this
lot.
latest IG video that they want to promote on the story. So Canada vendor will come and click here on IGTV video, and then you will go on your own IGTV video, assuming that you already took the link before. You know how to take the link. You just have to click and then copy the link, and you copy the link here on IGTV video, and then once that's done. For me, for example, I'm going to take that video that I did from Ariyeke book reading. So I'm
Okay.
clicking in here. I say yes. And the call to action was added. And I'm going to share it. Let me share this. I'm going to share it. And once I shared it, people that come into looking into my stories, they'll be able to swipe up. So they can swipe up to go to IGTV video, or they can swipe up to go into a website if they have more than 10K.
That is so cool.
Yes.
So sometimes you're an influencer, you don't even know you're an influencer. Like I'm like,
Exactly. But come on, Ariyeke, don't you're an influencer.
please don't loud it. Don't loud it.
you
Okay,
know
perfect.
you
So you've even already taught us one thing. Like we haven't even started, and people are already learning. Like last night when you taught me, I was just like, yo, I've had Instagram, I've been like, I'm on my phone, I'm just doing the same thing over and over again. And
Yes.
that also brings us to what we're talking about tonight, which is innovation, how to think
Mm-hmm.
outside of the box in 2021. The pandemic hit last year, and a lot of people were really affected. Businesses were affected, people lost their jobs, people lost their sources of livelihoods, and a lot of
Mm,
people were also made to begin to think outside of
mm,
the box, because it
mm,
became a game of survival where
mm,
you just want money has to come in, because
mm,
you don't have any other means of getting money. So a lot of people started to think more, and a lot of people started to try to bring business ideas that they've had over the years to life.
mm-hmm.
2021 came, and I think that a lot of people thought that as my co-host last week, Fumi Ayowale, said, she's like, 2021 is here, but people just maybe expected the virus to miraculously disappear, but it's
Mm,
still here, and
mm-hmm.
people just have to learn how to just work through the pandemic and just become the best versions of themselves. So what I want to say is, this year has come. We've started the year. Now, some people are carrying baggage from 2020. They're carrying, disappointments. They're carrying
Mm-hmm.
businesses that, were shut down due to the pandemic, carrying a lot of weight, burden, stress, disappointments, and they're carrying it into the new year. And
Yes.
carrying all of that into the new year would even affect your creativity and your productivity.
Mm-hmm.
And then, as human beings, we are very comfortable when we're inside the box. That's
Yes.
our comfort zone. So
Mm-hmm.
a lot of people do not like to think outside of the box. A lot
Mm,
of people do not like to, sit down and think about the solution to problems, because I
mm-hmm.
believe that, one of the greatest things that you can do for yourself, especially in this pandemic, is
Mm,
to take a moment to sit down and think. Think about
mhm,
the problems
mm,
and think about a solution. You cannot solve every problem. No, it's
mm,
not possible. But if it's just one problem that you pick and you
mm,
decide to solve and you decide to monetize, I think that you can actually make a living off
mm.
of that. But you're the pro. I'm not the pro.
You're
You're
the
the
pro too.
you're
You're the
the
pro
you're
too.
the you are the
You're the pro
innovation
too.
madam. Yeah,
Mm-mm.
so on that note, as discussed, I want you to give us some tips on how we can just level up this
Mm,
2021, how we can think outside of the box, because
mhm,
a lot of people have ideas,
mhm,
but they are just stuck in their brains,
mm,
and those ideas will just come and go, come and go, come and
mm,
go. So they don't even have time to process it, sit down, take it all in. If possible, even put it down in writing and
mm.
begin to draw it out and turn it into a business plan. So, Christine, please, 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 just give us those great tips of
For
how we're
sure.
going to do 2021 and become very innovative this year and just be solving problems and also smiling to the bank.
For sure. So, for me, I would take two approach, right? So I will give some practical in terms of, business wise and also in your personal life. So I think you spoke about, observing challenges and how one might be able to overcome a challenge.
Mhm,
So I think the first thing for me that I always say, it's you need to have a wide perspective on everything. You cannot just be narrow minded into reflecting on any issue, whether it's personal or it's business. You cannot be narrow minded. I always say that sometimes when you think you have a huge perspective, and then you
mhm,
know how to relate. Sometimes the problem that you feel like it's a huge problem can actually be an opportunity. And I feel like using that lens, that approach, and it causes you to see a different viewpoint on the problem, and that viewpoint can make you move your challenges to an idea to solve that challenges. And I feel like once you start you know exercise your brain that this is no longer a challenge, this is now a problem, and I've now found a solution. So now you have to become creative on now how am I going to implement that solution to the problem. So for me, sometimes this is the best part. I just like to be in between problem and solution, finding a way to address this problem, giving ideas. For me, this is my best part. I love to give ideas. I like to be in between, because I always think that there's no problem without any solution. Otherwise, it would have not been called a problem. Um, I feel like when a challenge is presented to you, it's super important to turn it upside down. You might be able to see the opportunities that often lies behind a complicated situation. I feel like sometimes an opportunity can be, you have to start from scratch. Well, starting from scratch, as painful as it might sound like, it's like you're not starting from scratch with no baggage. You're starting from scratch knowing how you did before, right? So you know that there's definitely certain things that you won't be able to do. Right. So starting from scratch is actually not starting from scratch if you already started before. It's not starting from scratch using your toolkit that you had when you started that previous business idea or that previous project. So now when you start from scratch, is now you're using all those tricks, those hacks in order to accelerate it, your the start of your project, the implementation of your ideas. So I think that's kind of why I like to think this way, because I feel like accepting, and also it starts with also accepting, once you identify there's a problem, you have to accept that there's a problem. And I feel like once you start accepting that is a problem, you will see the solution and you will be able to react and provide the solution. And sometimes, there's a problem and it's in front of us, and when we don't accept that there's a problem, then you even have a bigger issue, because you cannot solve something that you can see, right? So for me, that's kind of how the first thing that I will do on the top of my head, how to think outside the box. For me, I have a wide perspective on things. I can move on to the second point, but if you need to comment something, please go ahead, Ariyeke.
Am I muted? No.
No,
Okay,
no.
I was muted before. No, 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 at all. I mean, you're speaking it as it is,
Mm,
And one thing that you just said that touched me was you cannot solve something you cannot see. So you
mm,
have to identify it, you have to see it,
mm,
you have to know that this problem actually, this thing exists, for you
mm-hmm.
to even try and solve it. So yeah, I mean, I'm enjoying what you're saying and I'm learning. I'm taking notes. Here's my
No,
pen. I'm
please
taking
don't.
that. So when you see me like leaning this way, I'm actually taking notes.
Mm.
So so yeah,
So
keep it going, please.
that's okay, fine. So then, we talk about problem and, people like, okay, then how am I able to, you see, I'm using how am I able, right? So just even to say this is that I'm leaving opportunities for new ideas to come in. I'm not saying that, oh, what is this problem about? Like, how am I going to fix it, But I'm saying, how am I able to fix it? So the question is, always have to question the status quo. Me, I love doing this. And people know me when I sit on the board, whatever thing is there, I'm just like, really, is that really what we need to do? Like, is there not another solution? Not because I just don't want to do what other people are doing, but sometimes it's also important to bring in new ideas and new perspective, and that's kind of how you're able to think outside the box. So if from the get-go, I feel like if you're around people when you're sharing ideas, they don't even say yes, not even to one idea you shared for the past week. Like, change your friendship, like change your environment. No, 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 because there's a way to say yes and no, right? You cannot just say no to someone. You can say, oh, yes, that makes a lot of sense. Well, but what about before doing this? You know what I mean? This is different. It's like a yes, but it's a yes that's it's a yes that, okay, you have great ideas, but in order to get there, you need to build up. But people will just say, oh, no, don't do that. It's like, but why? What is it the reason? We just say, don't do
Yeah.
that. So I think it's important to surround yourself with positive thinkers so that once you start questioning things like why or how might we and what if, when you start asking those questions, then you will have people around you that will actually nurture your issue. They will nurture the problem that you're trying to solve. They're actually going to have a conversation with you. They're just not going to be like, how am we able to? No, no, you cannot do that. What if? No, 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 we cannot do that. Like, you need to be with people that will be able to sparkle the innovation conversation to start with and really see around all possibility with you, and then all together as a team, you can now see the feasibility of each of the issues that the solution that you're looking at. And I think that's like super important because I think that's super important because you always need to, to think outside the box. You need to have people that are willing, like the people that you ride with, they need to be willing to think outside the box with you. And if this is not something that you don't have, then you can also do it on your own, right? It just requires you to have, to be able to open your mindset. And I always like to say, people say, oh, well, Christine, how one can open the mindset? Something super, super easy to do it. I think it's traveling. Right now in COVID, we cannot travel, but you can still travel around culture, right? This weekend, cook a different meal, find dishes online to cook a different meal just for even for yourself to open your mindset of, okay, today I'm not eating Cameroonian food, I'm maybe eating Nigerian food, the next week I'm going to try to cook South African food just to try, right? So as you do things like that, changing your, the way you eat, not be too narrowed down. Oh no, this is my food. This is the only thing I can eat. It's now you're thinking outside the box with culture, and then next time maybe you may talk with a Christine that's from Cameroon, and let's say you cook some Cameroonian food, and then you meet me. Oh, you're Cameroonian. Oh my God, I tried this Cameroonian food last time. So you have a way to actually start a conversation, right? So thinking outside the box can also, allow you to make meaningful relationships, get new friendship and things like that. So that's why for me, culture is super important, whether it's within your team or it's culture at home with what you eat, with the type of music that you hear. All those things are super important to actually activate your mindset to really think outside the box. Because, for me, I like to say thinking outside the box is it's not just an idea, but it's also a perspective, it's a mentality, it's a culture. So that's like, if I'm really going out there. So that's kind of like how I see my my thinking outside the box is. Yeah, so that's kind of like my two first point that I have on thinking outside the box. That's kind of more on the personal level before we get really
So
into like the
that
tools
that
that you
I
can
mean,
use.
that is
Mm,
like what you just said is really, really awesome. And I actually put down a few points, very few
mm,
points, because you're going to, you're the one sort of leading us today. And what you just said actually even resonates with one of the things that I wrote. And what I wrote was resist killing your own ideas
mm,
because sometimes you don't feel entitled to be an inventor. So
mm-hmm.
sometimes you have like these really big ideas and you know before you even flesh it out, you have already killed it because you're just like, from where to where,
Mm, mm, mm,
why,
mm,
like, how can I be thinking like this? So you've already
mhm.
killed your own ideas before the naysayers before they even come and say, oh, who are you
Yes.
to do this? Or what's
Mm,
this? Oh, this is rubbish. And
yes.
what you said is very important. You have to surround yourself with positive
Mm,
minded people because some
mm,
people will kill your
mm,
dreams. Like the
mhm,
minute you just open your mouth to say, oh, I have this idea,
mm,
I think that, people with iPhones,
mm,
they don't do this, they
mm,
don't have
mm,
access
mm.
to this. But I feel that, I can build an app that would link this. And, somebody from somewhere would just be like, oh, really?
Yeah.
I don't know if that can work. Oh,
Mm, mm,
and
mm.
already you're just like, okay. And then you shut up. And then 2 years down the line, you go on the internet, you see that somebody has done that and it's
Exactly.
working. And you're like, oh, wow, but I actually, thought about this. Or,
Exactly.
you yourself, you're killing your own ideas by yourself. You're just
Mm,
thinking, how will
mm.
I do this? How?
Exactly.
I can't. Or
Mm,
you're even telling yourself, I cannot do this. Because
mm-hmm.
that is the number one killer. Sometimes
Mm.
you kill your own ideas before even birthing the
Yes.
idea. So it's almost
Mm-hmm.
like there's a baby in you, but
Mm-hmm.
you've done an abortion. You don't even
Yes.
like you've taken the baby out because you don't even
Mm-hmm.
want the baby.
Exactly.
You can't even you can't even phantom the idea of that baby coming out. So yeah, so
Mhm.
thanks for that.
Yes, no,
Thank you.
definitely. I think you spoke on, killing idea. And I always say, people sometimes will ask me, because what project are you working on? And I'm always so oh, I'm just working on things like, oh, why are you hiding stuff? It's not like I'm hiding stuff. I'm just very careful with who I share my ideas, because I don't want you, as you say, naysayer in my life. No, 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 I'm good. If it doesn't work, then me and myself will know it didn't work. You won't
Mm,
know that it didn't work. You won't know whether did she launch it or she didn't launch it, because of the point that you just mentioned, right? I remember for me, I've been in Canada, it's been like over 10 years, like 10 years, like 10, I'm going to my 11 years. So back when I was I'm not that old, guys. I'm very young.
did you
I'm
say I
under
opened my
30.
eyes when you
I'm
said I'm going
under
to my
30.
11 years? I'm
I'm
like,
under 30.
okay.
Let me tell you what I still can. I'm under 30, fam. Let me tell you what I still can. I'm under 30. So funny thing is that when I was in university, um the funny thing is that I actually had to cut off when I graduated. I actually have to cut off a lot of different friends, because I had different vision for my life. I had different aspiration. I wanted to go someplace, somewhere else. And at the beginning it's kind of hard to cut that, but once you do it once, you can do it another time. And it doesn't mean you're a bad person. No, it just means that you want to evolve a different way, right? And is that we, like my mom said, you were not born together. It's good to be friends, but you guys were not born together. We can all evolve differently, and maybe one day we might join each other somewhere there. But if at some point you feel like the people that are around you are not nurturing, not necessarily your idea, but your mindset, they're not in there with you. They don't want to grow with you. So then there's no ways that you can be with that person, because I was even reading something last time, it was around the fact that the people that you hang out with, the energy, the personality, if you hang out with them a lot of time, you can actually start, behaving like them, right? So that negative energy can now get stuck with you.
It's
Now
infectious. Yes.
you were a
It's
positive
infectious.
person, you hang out with so and so, now you're really that negative naysayer person. And people never thought of you of being like that. So and again, it's because you allow certain energy to come inside your life. So for me, to think outside the box is to really actually thinking outside the box, even in terms of friendships. That's why I say culture, traveling, food. Someone in the comments say they watch documentary about Singapore, things like that. Because next time maybe the next person you're going to meet is going to be from Singapore, and you will have one thing that you can talk about, and maybe one thing will lead to another, and you don't know, right? So that's kind of like why I feel like thinking outside the box must involve cultures, because culture is it's in the center of what holds the human livelihood
Yeah, human
together,
existence. Yes.
so that's why for me culture is super super important, and the more you learn about different culture, the more you can think outside the box. And it's just it's just a gymnastic for your brain, to allow your brain to breathe and to see something else, to allow your mouth to taste a different food, to allow your nose to taste different smell, all those different things are important, to even sparkle your creativity. So then, the next thing I'm going to talk about, you spoke about all those businesses, and how the pandemic has really affected the businesses. And a lot of people, especially in Canada, especially in North America, or especially in Western country, we've seen how small medium businesses were asked to shut down and things like that. So this next point, with a lot of people talk about pivoting your business, pivoting, we know what it is, pivoting, it's about how can you, what's inside what's inside your business, how can you change things. So the way I like to think about it is that, just give an example. I don't know which example I have. I'll give an example with Africa Hacks, for example. Africa Hacks, before we move into the pandemic, we were actually going to start doing like live events, but I was actually pushing my team like, no, let's start doing online. The pandemic hasn't hit yet. So when the pandemic hit, we directly started, oh, let's just move them online. And we start moving them online. And we organize a lot of different innovation challenges. And most of the time we organize it for us. And what we do is that we actually go to partners, we ask them to partner with us, join a sponsor, or we do different things. So through this process, we realize different things within our businesses. We realize that we can offer different sort of services. So right now we offer innovation services, whereby a company can come to us, and let's say they have the technology, and they can say, hey, this is the newest technology that we've developed, and we want to put it in the hands of 1,000 people, and we want to have 1,000 feedback. This is something that we can do. And let's say we were continuing to organize event, physical event, and we didn't move online. And if we were to pivot, then we'll pivot and say, hey guys, let's shut down all this event. And now let's just focus our businesses on actually providing what we used to do in a physical space, but we do it online for other partners and things like that. But this is something that we're currently doing right now. So I'm just giving an example of how, we would have been able to pivot our business modeling. Secondly, when you think about pivoting, or when you're thinking even about business, I don't know, what are the tools, some of you all use, but one of my favorite tool, you can ask my co-founders, is the business modeling Canva. The business modeling Canva is the strategic management and lean startup template that allow you to develop new or existing business model. It's a visual chart, with different elements. It can, you start by describing your firm, your product, your value proposition, your infrastructure, your partnership, your customer, the service that you're providing. And even in doing this exercise, you will start seeing things that you couldn't see because you're having to do this exercise. I know, people sometimes like, oh my God, why am I have to do all of these documents? But that's the strategy. The strategy is about thinking out. And sometimes, thinking outside the box, it's even to just take that business modeling canvas template. You can go on Google, just type business modeling canvas template, and you'll find it. Just to start it, you will see, it's a lot of work, but at the end, you'll be like, wow, I'm so happy I did that, because now I know certain things I can mix and match. There's so much different things that I can do differently. And for me, I think, it will allow you to really think outside the box when you're looking at partnership. add local partner, global partner, what partner, where is the partner, where do I find a partner, in which channel do I find my partner, in which channel do I distribute my product, who is the distributor, is it, is
So,
it a company,
Christine, someone is
like,
asking, and she
yes,
said, is it business modeling canvas or is it Canva?
Canva, Canva,
CNV.
Canva, yeah,
So,
but
so
we don't say the S,
CNV.
yeah, yeah,
Yeah.
we
So,
say the S,
Tayo,
then we say the S,
it's
Canvas, Canvas.
can is it
I don't
Canvas?
know. I'm trying to. I don't know if you say the S at the end or we don't say the S at the end, but CANVAS.
Okay, so she got it. So yeah, so Tayo, it is business,
Exactly.
business modeling canvas.
Yes.
Okay.
So and if connect with me, and I can definitely, if I can definitely give you, I have a lot of template. I can definitely give you a template that you can use, and most likely will be
Christine is at Christine Dikongue on Instagram.
at Christine DKG.
DKG, sorry, I'm gonna type it out.
That's okay.
Using
Um, but I can
Christine.
send this to you, and it's amazing because you will see your key partners, the key activities, and sometimes even the business. Like my co-founder like to say, Christine, this business camera that you ask us to do, like, it's about the future. Because when I do it, I'm always like talking about the present. Christine, let's talk about the future. So sometimes think about your present and also think about the future. If there's some key activities that are not there, listed them down there. And to Ariyeke point, after doing all of these things, you will be able to transform this. This is actually a business plan. You can actually, after this, you will have to transport it into a business plan. And now all the different sections that you wrote, you just take it to the business plan, and now you talk in the business plan. How am I going to implement it? That's what it is. Sometimes we look at the business plan and we're just like, oh my God, this is so long. That's kind of why I love the business model Canva, because it allows me to write down there. My favorite part is the money part, right? Your cost structure. How much does it cost to maintain my business per month? That. And sometimes we realize that, oh, I'm here crying, but I don't even pay nothing per month. I'm here crying, oh my God, my God. I'm not paying nothing, I'm not, this thing is done, this is done, this is how much I pay, what am I crying for, and then you realize that there are people that are actually paying a lot of money, and they're not making any money. So sometimes doing all of these things, you will see your opportunity, you will see how lucky or blessed, or whatever you want to call it, you are. And then the revenue stream, once you've done the cost structure, that's when you go to the revenue stream. That's my best part. And there's also this called I will share that as well. It's the best kind of, when you're trying to do your business, modeling, you do the MRR, the monthly recurring revenue. My co-founder loves to use this. Christine, this is the weekend. Christine, let's do the MRR. I'm like, I know we're going to do spreadsheet, but the whole idea with the MRR is that it's an Excel spreadsheet, right? And that Excel spreadsheet will tell, okay, Canada vendor, okay, if every month I do an event with Ariyeke, with Christine, with so and so, and every event people will just have to pay just $5 each event, or maybe, I don't know, maybe Canada, maybe you pay $20. I'm just taking $5, and let's say for each event, we can have 100 people. So now this monthly recurring revenue will say, okay, it will maximize it will tell you how much money you can make per month, and just the visualization of that. I feel like when I see it, I can go get it. You see how much money you can make on the monthly, on the monthly basis, and how much you can make by the end of the month. And then when you get some partners, you do your model Canva, your business model Canva, you get the partner, you say, okay, down the line, I'm going to acquire, just saying things out there, I'm going to acquire this other business vendor, this Indian, because it's Canada business vendor, I'm going to acquire the Indian business venture. They will sell it to me. I will get 1,000 of the client. Now, how would it change my monthly recurring revenue? So, when you want to think outside the box, like I really like to say, it's important to always look at the dollar. So if the money does not change on the monthly recurring revenue, for me, I'm like, why are you even taking the decision, right? Because you don't want to start expending, buying things that you don't necessarily need, and it's not going to bring your monthly recurring up. It's not going to increase
It's not
it,
going to
right?
increase it or add anything to
Exactly,
it.
exactly. So for me, if 2021 it's about the book, if there's no value, whether the value is business wise, you're getting something else, or it's actual money that you can see, I don't want it.
I like how you opened your eyes now. See, I saw the dollar signs in your eyeballs, like,
I don't like if there's no
Pass me the
money.
dollars. Give me
If
the money.
there's no money, if there's no money, right? Like I
It's
don't
not
want
making
to.
sense.
Exactly. It's
No.
not. It's not making sense,
Mm,
right?
mm. Okay, so
Um.
let's just quickly read out some of
Yeah.
the comments and just say
For
hi
sure.
to our people who are watching. I see Sissy Babe says hi. Sissy, is this Sissy from Atlanta? Sissy, let me know if it is you. Um, Electron Urban, bonjour community, bonjour. Bonjour. Is it bonjour now or bonsoir?
Bonjour. Bonjour.
Bonjour. Bonjour. Oh, yeah, she says, I know you through Afropolitan. Yeah, you already responded. Oluwatoyin Onokomi and Vogue Africa. Good evening, everyone. Hey, please, that yellow dress, don't forget, as discussed. She's a fashion designer. She has really awesome pieces. Tokumbo Nasamu says, I don't know what this is. Wash hands? I don't know. That always comes up. I think that maybe the person typed an emoji because when
Mm.
people type some emojis here, it comes up as something else. So yeah. Uchi Uchibeke says excited to learn about how to spark innovations in the Canadian and African context. Yes, so
Thanks,
thank you. And
Uchi.
being that Christine is also a founder of Africa Hacks,
Hi,
it's
Nene. Nene is here.
so
Sorry, I'm
much.
just.
So much. Oh, is Auntie? Oh, Auntie Nene is here. Okay, so I
Auntie Nene is
I haven't
here.
seen her comments. I haven't seen. Okay, Canada vendor says bonjour, Christine. I met you at Afropolitan Canada in March 2020. We took a picture. Christine always comes correct. Yes, that's Miriam, Canada vendors. That's my girl.
Yes,
Hey,
so
my baby girl, Christine. You know my Cameroonian baby girl, the YouTuber that I always tell you about.
yes,
Ari
yes.
Claudia, my mentee, my boo.
Mm,
She's
mm.
watching. She says it's 2:17 a.m. in Cameroon. I am
Whoa.
here to say hello. Hey,
Hello, sister.
baby. Yeah, so our sister. Thanks for tuning in, girl. Michael Adobo says hi. Hi, Michael. How you doing? Extra Step CEO. What's up, YouTuber of the year? She says hello, everyone. Hey. She's an award-winning YouTuber. Rume says Ricky and Christine O'Shea. Rume is the Duke of Calgary. That's what I call him. And I started calling him that even before Bridgerton. So nobody should come here and say, oh, Bridgerton, Bridgerton, Bridgerton. So yeah, that's my Geo. That's my Geo Rume. Etiketify is waving. Hey girl, how you doing? Canada vendor says change is constant, growth is optional. You got that right. CG Akimbabala says turn your challenge to an opportunity. Yes, boo, you got it. Canada vendors, it's very important. We are strategic and intentional.
Mhm.
Always. And Vogue Africa says stand out. Yep, and that's what that yellow dress did. That yellow dress stood out. That one that I'm still talking about. Etiketify says absolutely teamwork is important. Definitely. And Vogue says encourage one another. We cannot even say that enough because once you have people who don't vibe for you, who don't
Mhm.
share for you, those are not your people. They're not your tribe. You need to find your
Exactly.
tribe elsewhere. Canada vendor says I travel every day. Currently watching a documentary on Singapore. Okay, yeah, she was the one that made that comment. And she
Mm.
says fantastic session. And Vogue says Canada vendors travels in the spirit, virtual travel. 2021 year of virtual travel. Yes, I see Auntie Nene's comment. She says, hey, Christine. Hey, Auntie Nene, we see you. And she says, hello, Ariyike. Canada vendor says, my personal branding skills were sharpened as a result of watching documentaries, learning about different cultures. Tayo says, you are so right, Ariyike. Um, so many comments, so many comments. Nifemi Fagbon is watching from Montreal. She's giving us thumbs up. Um, so yes, so many comments. Oh my god. So
Wow.
many. No to
Thanks
negative
everyone
vibes.
for all the
So many.
comments. So
I can't read
yes,
everything.
please, you're gonna finish on my time. I'm screenshotting all the comments, fam. Thank you.
Please, you have to because they're going to disappear. They're not going to stay on.
Guys, I'm screenshotting everything. Don't even worry
Yes.
about it. I'm
So many
screenshot
comments.
everything. So many comments. Thanks, guys,
So
everyone. I
many.
think one comment I want to address, someone asked whether or not I was a financial professional. So I actually work in investment management before starting my own stuff. I was working 5 years in investment company, really looking at product investment model, financial model. So I did that for a while. I have an economics degree, but I also have a project management certificate, and I'm now completing a master.
A master's. Masters.
Let me just correct myself. I'm just like,
Innovation guru. A master's. Tell them. A master's in.
I'm the master's in innovation, technology, entrepreneurship, and management. So that's kind of what I'm sharing here with you, and I'm super excited about it. So we're still going to do a lot of different. I have so much things to kind of share with you guys today. I see that you love, really talking about different tools. So I have one question that I want to ask you, and please answer in the YouTube. What are the project management tools that you're currently using? Are you using a project management tool, whether it's Excel or it's an Excel spreadsheet? What are you using to, make sure that you're holding yourself, your team accountable for a project that you guys are leading from idea to implementation to from planification to implementation to execution? So what are those tools that you're using? And if you're not using any tool, it's fine. I just kind of want to, open up the floor to you guys that's on the chat. Excel spreadsheets. So Canada vendors say they're using Excel spreadsheets. If you're not using any tool, it's also okay. You can say, I'm not using any tool. It's okay. Honestly, I'm using good old-fashioned Excel. I know I have to do more. Okay, Tayo, it's okay. Don't worry, I'm here. I'm going to give you the tool, Excel spreadsheet. Okay, that's also great. Is there any more comments before I share with you guys some of the tool that I use? Excel spreadsheet. I kind of knew that, Excel spreadsheet is a great tool. It's a great, nothing goes wrong with Excel spreadsheet because you can do everything. But the tool that I'm going to use right now, I'm going to post this on the chat. It's called ClickUp. So people use Mondays.com. I'm more familiar with ClickUp. And if you want, you can come on my DM after today and I can talk to you. And maybe Lady Ariyike, we can maybe do, I don't know, a Zoom, something like, I don't know, something that's visual so that I can take you guys into how to use it.
We pay for that one. That one is a paid one.
Yeah. That one is paid. Yeah.
That one is
So
this is the free one. Let everybody, we're enjoying the free one. But the other one, to scale up.
Okay.
They have to pay for that one.
I like Trello, but Trello is really so Trello is very I like to use Trello for boards. I like to use Trello if it's a board decision because it's very linear. It's all about policies and people can say yes and no. But actually ClickUp, it's the best thing ever because on ClickUp, let me tell you, you can do so many different things for a free tool. You can even have how do we even call it? A mind map. You know how mind map are important. I know most of people here are people of African descent. As you can see, mind map is super important when you want to organize your thoughts. I'm sure a lot of people are like me. I have so much thoughts. I have so much ideas, and I don't even know where to start with. When you start your mind map with your team, it's like a vision board, but in a better. It's not about picture. It's about okay, what can we do? And you can transform this mind map. You can actually transform it into task, into you can now tag Nene, you can tag Tayo, you can tag Ariyeke in each of the action or the task that you want people to have. So please, I've shared this with you guys. It's called Miro. It's also a good tool. So that's my second one I'm going to get. But let me first finish with ClickUp. ClickUp, it's a tool. It's a project management tool. ClickUp, it's a very good project management tool. You go there, you can tag people, you can see what people are doing. People can actually even say, some people say, oh, this took me 5 hours to do. Okay, well, whenever you're starting the task, make sure you're timing yourself and you can come back and see. So please, ClickUp, it's a very, very great tool to use. Now, when you want to do brainstorming, Miro, it's also another great tool. So I'm going to share Miro tool. If people don't know about Miro, it's my go-to tool. That's the tool that I use for strategic thinking, for strategic planning. I have a strategic planning session with a non-for-profit organization next week, and I'm taking them with Miro tool, which is a great tool to sparkle innovation within the team. So I'm going to share this with you here. And if you guys want to do something with ClickUp on Myro, please let Ariyeke know, and we're going to organize something together, and then we will do something to really walk you through how to scale up and really bring those innovative technologies that's going to help you and your business succeed with transparency, but also with accountability. So I've typed I've actually give you the link. Myro, it's here. And then
I don't think it's showing. It's the comments. I don't think. Yeah, your comments is not coming up. I don't think you would be able to comment. Yeah.
No. I'm on YouTube myself. I'm there. I'm multitasking.
It's not showing here.
Really?
Yep.
So Myro, Miro. Can someone Myro, Miro, and
Sorry,
click up?
I typed the wrong thing. Yeah, Miro. I've done that now.
Because I can see my comments, so people cannot see me. Because I can read my comments.
Yeah. I can see your. Yeah, it's showing. Your comment is showing. It's showing now. It is.
Okay. Whew. Okay.
It is.
So perfect. So you guys can use these. You girls and guys can use these tools. I completely love it. And your spreadsheet, it's still good. You just have to take whatever is on your spreadsheet, you bring that in ClickUp, and you will assign whoever there. I like this tool because you can assign people there. People receive an email directly. They can close the task. You can export that spreadsheet. If people are really into project management, you can see a Gantt chart. You can see different vision of your project. So I like that tool as well.
Okay, so you recommend ClickUp first, then Myro second.
I recommend ClickUp for project management, and Myro for brainstorming. To brainstorm, to form teams, to team formation, to strategic planning, to anything that has to do with building capacity within your teams.
Okay, perfect.
Yes. And so I have two last points that I will give before, even if there's any question or anything like that. The last point that I want to bring is actually, let me find the link. So I know that a lot of us here, for example, I'm from Cameroon, my co-founder is from Nigeria, Ariyeke is from Nigeria, and a lot of people are maybe from Africa that's here. And if you're not from Africa, you're maybe from somewhere else, and that's okay. So throughout our, with Africa Hacks, when we were doing our events, we realized that, we're here in Canada and we have so much knowledge to share with our brothers and sisters in Africa. And we want to do Zoom, we want to organize those events, but sometimes, and this is again innovation, and this is also when we were able to think outside the box. We were like, wait, so we do all of those things, and then we will send airtime here and there, by sending cash transfer and all that different things. But we're like, what if we're able to actually send a link so that these brothers and sisters that's in Nigeria, a youth that's, maybe 16, at the end of his high school, is interested into learning how to think outside the box. And he was interested to join this life. The life consumes so much money. It consumes so much internet.
So much data. Internet,
really,
yeah.
You know what I mean? Sometimes you cannot even go and on, like I'm talking like this. Me, I know you guys have Wi-Fi, so I can talk. But sometimes we have to be mindful, right? So people don't have Wi-Fi. So what my co-founder actually developed was that we decided to develop something called Chi Money. So the whole idea with Chi Money, it's a free tool that you can use. You go there, you put the amount, whether it's $2, Canadian dollar, American dollar, or $5. You finish putting this, you send the email to who you want to send to, or you can even send the email to yourself to obtain the link. Once you have the link, you can now share it with whoever is attending your events. And this will allow that person to actually participate and join us online. And this is, I'm talking about people that actually don't have Wi-Fi, you know what I mean? So we were able to innovate and find something like that because we saw how expensive it was for people especially West Africans, because I heard that in East Africa it's actually very cheap, but West Africa it's super, super expensive.
It is.
So guys, guys and girls, if you want to use this tool, if you're interested, you're doing an event and then you're running something on the side, I really want to encourage people that's here today with us is that, whenever event you're doing, always trying to find ways to bring voices, to bring your fellows, brothers and sisters to the conversation and using, it's called Chimoney, CHIMONEY.io. I share the link there. Not Chi money.
CHI. Mm-hmm.
I. Right now you can send the money and
So
you
the
can
link
read.
is not showing. So maybe just type the name. The link
The
is
link is
not
not
showing.
showing. Chi
Yeah, so
money.
I think it's a StreamYard thing. They don't show the
I'm not
link.
on Twitter though. I'm actually on YouTube.
You're on
I'm
YouTube. Okay,
yeah,
so it will probably be okay. Yeah, it's showing now. Chimani IO.
yes, perfect. So
It's showing.
CHI and then money that
MONEY.
late that IO. It's showing now.
It's showing.
Perfect.
Mhm. So how does that work? So the person that I am
Mhm.
giving the internet data to is the person just going to click on the link and the person has access
Yes,
immediately. So even if the person
exactly.
doesn't have like internet on their phone
No,
or
they need
anything, like
on
how does it
internet.
work?
They need to have internet on the phone. Unfortunately, they need to have a little bit of internet on the phone
Okay.
to be able to access this because you need to go online. But actually, I
No, no,
think
no.
they
The
will,
access is the access going to be from the person's service provider, or it's going to be from like a host
the internet.
elsewhere.
I don't get it. The actual internet.
Okay, so you're giving the person internet data, right,
Yes.
to be able to connect.
Mm-hmm.
So when the person clicks on the link, is the person
Mm-hmm.
going to connect? Is the person's Wi-Fi going? Is it the person going to connect to Wi-Fi from maybe
It's
your
a
own
good,
hosting site,
it's a
or
good
how does it
question.
work?
It's a good question. You know what, Ariyike, you always ask great question. I think that this feature that you're talking about, basically you're saying that am I able to just send it directly and the person receive it without having to connect to the Wi-Fi because they don't have the Wi-Fi
No, no, no.
initially?
The person has the Wi-Fi. The person has internet. Maybe let's say the person has $1 left on their internet,
Yes, yes.
and then you send the person the link.
Hmm.
So when the person clicks on the link, does that increase the person's internet on their phone to maybe $2 or $3?
Yes, 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 yes. So basically, what it does,
Perfect.
it's an airtime. So let's say I'm
Okay.
MTN or Orange or wada wada wada.
Hmm.
We're not promoting. They're not paying us.
Yeah.
So 2021. But let's say I'm back home. Ariyeka sent me a link. I click the link. Once I click the link, I put down my numbers. And as long as, right now we're serving, I think, 20 countries in Africa. I
Oh,
put
that's
down my
great.
numbers. As soon as I put down my number, it sent me a text directly.
Oh,
The beauty
nice.
with this, for people who have Twitter, the beauty is that you can run challenges on Twitter. So if you want to, we're here about promotion. We're here about thinking outside the box. So some of the things that I did this over the holidays, and I actually have 50 followers in 3 days. So basically, what I did, yeah, pay for consultation as well. You know what I mean? So basically, what I did is I ran a Twitter contest and I used hashtag. I can't remember the Christine says so or something like that. You use your hashtag. So what the tool will allow you to do is that when you get into the tool, you get into your dashboard, right? You actually use the hashtag Ariyeke Weekly. Everybody that retweets that hashtag, comment on that hashtag, you can actually pick from the tool. It randomly select winners for you. And when it select the winners for you, it send them a direct DM. And all you need to do is to download that screenshot. This is the winner, and you can now say, "Hey, you won," and then you share it. So yeah, that's a good tool to.
That's really awesome.
Yeah, and we saw that airtime, especially when we have the uprising in Nigeria, in Cameroon. It was like that one thing that our youth love because they want to be connected, they want to learn. And I'm just kind of thinking about my next big kind of project that I will do is to actually have a fund, internet fund to allow those youth to be able to get all those accesses. So because on Africa Hacks, we actually have a AI. AI technology behind Africa Hacks for our learning. The AI goes online and take all the free courses that's available online, and we bring it into our platform, so that if you're a youth and you want to learn about, I'm just putting out something about Bitcoin, you go on our platform, it's free, we give it to you, you go and learn. And that's kind of what it is. Another thing about Chimani is that in 2 months we're going to roll out the Bitcoin. So Chimani is actually a Bitcoin. So, so when you do the transaction, it's actually a Bitcoin, and at some point we're going to exchange that Bitcoin. So whenever you put $5, it's 5,000 Bitcoin. So you'll be able to exchange that in your Bitcoin wallet,
Okay.
or exchange that with another Bitcoin, like other Bitcoin that's out there. So this Bitcoin is a conversation for another day,
That's what I
guys.
was going to say. That this Bitcoin, I think we need to do a session on it, because even I don't understand this whole Bitcoin thing. I just keep seeing it everywhere. Bitcoin, 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 Bitcoin. People are cashing out on Bitcoin. Oh, while for who not do Bitcoin. I'm like,
Voilà,
what exactly is this Bitcoin?
we're
So I
gonna
think
take
we
some
need another
for
session
another day. Oh,
for
this
us
is,
to be enlightened and educated about it.
this is
Mhm.
conversation for another day. Maybe it'll be
Did you
feasible,
see?
you
Canada
know.
vendor says, Christine, please, we need a Bitcoin session. Because this 2021 is all about leveling up, scaling up. We're buying
Leveling
all
up,
the shares. See
you know.
Tesla. We're buying all the shares, all the Bitcoins and all the
You know,
we need to
you need to
get the
cash out.
knowledge. We need to know it all
Exactly.
up. Yes, cashing up, scaling up, schooling up.
But
2021.
I just want
Mhm.
to know in the comment, please let us know if this is something that you guys liked, we don't mind to come back, right, Ariyike, and have a paid session. I don't mind, no.
Definitely. We should. We should
We
plan. We should
should,
do. We should plan something. We should
that's
plan,
something.
because I know there's still so much that we haven't covered, and
Mm,
yeah, 1 hour is too small for us to cover
mm.
everything. Obviously, it's too small.
But then I
So
want to finish before we
yeah, of
wrap this
course,
up.
you're
I
going
have
to finish up.
one last
You're going
point.
to finish up. Then we'll go to your background. We're going to talk about your background.
I have one last point, right? Today we were taught. Today the whole idea was to how to think outside the box. We spoke about businesses, pivots. We talk about business model canvas. We spoke about so much different things to change. Bring a problem to an opportunities. But I really want to end up to say, don't put yourself in the box. With this pandemic, we've known that we can do so much. Look at Ariyeke. She wrote a book last week. She did a book. She launched her book 2 weeks ago. She's doing her weekly. She's always moving on and on and on. I would just want to say, Ariyeke, you're such an inspiration for myself, and I'm sure for
Thank
many
you.
women that's listening. You're an amazing
Aw,
inspiration, and
thank you.
you really push us to really go above and beyond. So really, don't put yourself in the box. With this pandemic, you have enough time to learn new skill, and you don't necessarily have in your toolkit. Don't just stay narrowed in your industry. Allow yourself to explore everything you want, because you want it, you have it. Then that's kind of how I think. I don't like to say, oh, Christine, you're just there. No, no, no. I'm kind of like a general expert. A generalist expert. That's kind of how they call people like myself. That I can provide you introduction in some topic, and then maybe I can connect you with more people that can actually bring you more in depth if this is something that you're interested in. So that's kind of like my last point. Don't put yourself in the box. Be the air around the box. So thank you so much for your time, and Ariyeke, thank you so much for having me here. This is my first time on YouTube Live, so this is my premiere, guys. You guys are enjoying my premiere on
Hey,
YouTube
your
Live.
premiere. Hey, your debut. Your
My
premiere, your
debut,
debut. Oh
my
my
debut,
gosh. Oh
my
wow.
debut,
That's how stars do. That's the star way. Thanks for giving us your time, because even when I had to book this session from last year, Christine had to check her calendar. She was like, okay, these are my free Sundays, so we had to lock
Mm,
in today's date. So thank you so much for, even
yes,
coming here
yes,
to talk to us, because I know you're
thank
very,
you.
very, very busy.
Not
Canada
for you.
Vendors says she has a paid gig for you. I see that. So
I'm
yes,
down though. I'm down. Anyone,
2021, we move.
2021, we move.
We move.
We move.
We move. We move.
We
2021.
move.
So many. Hey, my goodness, I need to like do a recording of all these comments. So many, so
So
many
many
comments.
nice comments, guys. I'm gonna screenshot it and read it. Like
In the box.
when I feel like I need some motivation, I'm gonna read you guys'
Let's
comments.
come
And
back to
thank
the
you so
comments.
much.
Yes. Taya, thank you. Yes. Taya is also adding to what Christine said. Taya says Ariyike is amazing, always moving. Canada
Yes,
vendors, Lady Ariyike always on the move. Fantastic session. MII signature. Olamide Daramola says, thank you. Taya says, don't put yourself in a box, and be the air around the box.
yes,
Azizat Adejare is that foodie lawyer. She's the founder of the Jollof Concert, and she also says, "Be the air around the box." That's it. Of course, yes, yes, yes. You have to be there around the box, and since I am stopping on the foodie lawyer's comments, and the foodie lawyer is the organizer of the Jollof concert. Let's do a war of the Jolloфs. Which Jollof is better, the Cameroon Jollof or Nigeria Jollof?
yeah. We need, you know what we need to say. What's the, is it a farm? What is it? The food.
Which one?
Eforiwo. Which
Eforiru.
Eforiwo? We need to say which Eforiwo is better.
That one,
Is
there's
it
no competition.
Eforiwo
It's the
or
Niger one.
Cameroon
And the
Eforiwo?
Niger
And what's the
Eforiru is
other
very
one?
spicy.
Afang. Which Afang is better? Because Afang, when I was talking to some Nigerians, say, oh, Afang is something that you guys eat in Calabar, but people in Calabar are from Cameroon, so Afang is from Cameroon. I'm just like, what is
Is
this
Afan
competition?
from Cameroon? How
Of
now?
course,
Afan is from is
you know,
Calabar now.
when people from Calabar, when you go ask them where they're from, they will tell you they're from Cameroon.
My best friend is from Calabar. Christine is Calabar. The other Christine. Christine.
You
My
see?
Christine that you met, she's Calabar.
Oh, people from Calabar, they're from Cameroon. Let me tell you something.
Oh my goodness. But for real, I mean, Christine, in your heart of hearts that
What?
ain't no jollof like a Niger jollof. You know that.
No,
Don't lie. No, don't lie.
honestly, I've
I remember when you told me about jollof rice and it pained me. It really, really pained.
okay.
I,
Let me
it's
tell you, let me say this here so people
as this
know.
that please listen.
Wait, you
Foodie,
have to
as that
listen.
foodie lawyer, I want you to hear.
Foodie lawyer.
Christine and I, we talk a lot. Like
Mm.
we talk almost every night.
Let me tell you
And
about.
when we were doing the jollof wars, she just said something about jollof rice that broke my heart. And anytime we talk about it, that's the shut up she gives me. And when I'm just trying to go on and on, she just tells me that, and I'm just like, whatever. Just let me look for a Ghanaian friend to go and do this jollof wars with, because this Cameroon Niger relationship is not working. This jollof war is not working.
No,
So
no.
please
Let me tell you.
tell them
Okay.
what you told me about jollof rice in
Okay.
Cameroon.
The thing with jollof rice, right?
And I'm not laughing.
I don't mind jollof rice, but let's do war with eforiwo, because Cameroon, we also have eforiwo. We also have afan leaves. You know what I mean? Let's do war around actual Nigerian or Cameroonian plants. My issue with the jollof rice is it's rice now. It's just rice. So in Cameroon, if you come in Cameroon, you bring your jollof rice at a Cameroonian wedding. So Cameroon will look at you and be like, yo, you think I left the village to come and eat your rice?
When she told me, I was like, what? A
No,
Nigerian party is incomplete without the jollof. But
we have jollof, but in Cameroon, the second thing is that our Cameroonian jollof is something that we cook. We have Cameroonian jollof. It's called
I know,
jollof,
I know.
Gellof. So our Cameroonian jollof is something that we cook for birthdays, for kids. So when they come, because we know that rice, you can just put a lot of rice, put the meat there, cut the meat small, small. Everybody will eat. Everybody will go home and will give pancake, right? So when you bring someone from the village, he leaves the village, he comes to the city, he will come and look at you like, wait, young lady, so you invite me all this way to come and eat rice? They're not gonna.
So what do you guys? So what is like the highlights meal?
So for us, of course, so depending in Cameroon, which which tribe you're from. Me, I'm from Douala. So the Douala, our meat is called ndole, like our dish is called ndole. So it's actually bitter leaves. You know what I mean? So it's actually bitter leaf that we cook with ground peanuts, crushed peanuts, and then you can put prawns. You can put shrimps, you can put whatever things you want there, and then you eat this with cassava, like pudding type of thing, come yonder. You eat fish, like whole grilled fish. And the rice that we put there, the rice that's matched with the ndole is a white rice. It has to be white, the perfume rice. When if the rice is not even white, those old I'm saying those old people, they're not gonna eat. They're like, like I'm
So
not.
if it's not like white, like shiny white,
Yes,
they would.
because it's wedding. It's a wedding. You know what I mean? It's a wedding. No, they will eat it. But I'm just trying to say, if you want to go into the folklore in like, people gonna talk, and this is with always with the rice. So your rice has to be, you can have jollof things there on the side, but it cannot be like people are not coming for the jollof. Nobody's, people are just gonna take even the food. They will just take whatever else. But people will say, don't come, and because that rice for us in Cameroon, that rice is something that we cook for kids' birthday, and it's not something we go on. We
You
have
guys
our
don't
ndole.
celebrate it. It's not a big
Yes,
deal.
it's not a big. It's just rice. Sorry,
And
sorry guys.
that's why it's Cameroonian jollof, because it's not Niger jollof. Niger jollof is the king of all jollofs
But I
worldwide.
like jollof. I like no. This jollof and jollof. There's some jollof you eat is very dry, but sometimes when some people cook for me, jollof is good. It's nice. I like it. I like. There's different sort of jollof I like. So it's not just every jollof that I'm going to eat. So when
Nice.
my person do jollof, it has levels exactly. When the jollof has that level,
Jollof with PhD from Harvard.
PhD,
Hey,
exactly.
okay.
You know.
That's like the jollofs that we saw at the Foodie Lawyers jollof concert. Hey,
Exactly,
those
hmm
food vendors, they came correct. Like, if you had seen the way they just, those plates of jollof rice, they were from Harvard. They had PhD in jollof
It's like, as is
in
that saying, we have to export Niger jollof into Cameroon. My brother, what you don't understand is that you will bring here that Niger jollof. Cameroonian will look at you and be like, "You think I'm gonna eat?" Sorry, guys, sorry. We have jollof too, but for us, it's like fried rice and tomatoes.
Yeah, so you guys don't celebrate the jollof the way we do.
Exactly.
And
You
and,
know what
and
I
that's
mean?
why, Azizat is also saying, she said that's why Niger jollof stands out. It can't be relegated to just being simply rice. It's a global brand. Foodie Lawyer says it's global. So Uchibeke says jollof has levels. Uche Okere says after Niger jollof is Niger jollof. Oh. Taya says we just traveled to Cameroon now. Thank you, Christine. Okay, so you read Azizat's comment, and Vogue Africa says Jollof Queen at Foodie Lawyer. I saw my family friends comment earlier on Mr. Ikbaye.
But we
Mr.
know what we need
Ikbaye,
to
thank you
do
for
after this
joining.
pandemic. You know what we need to do after this pandemic. So this is something that's as Cameroonian, your neighbor, your direct neighbor. We're just thinking like these Nigerian brothers, they're talking about fried rice with Ghana. You don't even share a border with
Not fried
Ghana.
rice, jollof. Christine, jollof. Christine
Wolof,
is jollof.
wolof. Let's not even start this conversation. Let's not even start the real jollof in Senegal. Let's not even start there. I'm just gonna leave it
No,
there.
you said we're talking about jollof with Ghana. Like, why are we going far? Why are we going far away to
Cameroon is
Ghana?
right there. Because you know what? When you will have come to Cameroon to do jollof, Cameroon will tell you that wait, if you want to do fried rice, let's talk. Bring your leaves. Bring the leaves here. We try each leaves. We say which one is better. I'm sure you guys try. Cameroon will be like, wait, what? You can have it. You want to do
Your Cameroon people will say, you people go, you're the winners. You
you
win,
know
you win.
what?
You
You
see,
win, you
as
win.
Lisa said, I
And
just hooked up my Cameroonian friend with Niger Jollof. She's so happy. You see, Christine.
then you guys
Hey.
move all the way to Ghana, leaving Cameroonian cuisine to only fight about rice. Come and fight with us about leaves. You know what I mean? Let's talk about a vivo. We have it. A farm, we have it. Everything, we have it.
You people have a
Fish.
way to wait, because in Nigeria, we like me, I'm Yoruba, and Yoruba people we eat amala. There's something I don't. Do you know amala?
Yeah, I saw you posting it, but
Amala,
I saw you
ewedu,
posting it.
gbegiri.
I saw you posting it, but I've never tried amala. Have I tried amala? I've never tried amala.
Amala is really nice with ewedu. Do you guys have ewe? Do you guys have ewedu?
You know what? Send me the receipt. We have in Cameroon. We have more than 300 ethnics
But you
inside
probably
Cameroon.
have it, and it's probably called something else.
That's what I'm
Like this.
saying. That's what I'm saying. That what I'm trying to say, right, is that forget about jollof rice because yes, it's a brand and things like that. But when we want to talk about food culture, let's just talk about our old culture because the least I know is that this rice, it's been exported from somewhere else. You know what I mean? Let's talk about the leaves that grows in
But
our
we have,
store.
I don't know about you people, but we have ofada rice. Do you people have ofada rice? Do you people have ofada rice? Like, okay, let's go
Please, please,
local. Do you people have
please,
ofada rice?
please, let's just do, please, guys. Oh, let's do something.
Okay, Christine, since we're talking about culture, since we've taken it down to culture, the other day we were talking on the phone, you were telling me about where you're from, your background, um, you know, being
Yes,
Cameroonian royalty from the islands, you're telling me stuff like that. So for people who are watching, like for my
yes,
baby
yes,
girl,
yes.
Ari Claudia, who stayed awake till 2 a.m. to watch you from Cameroon.
You,
I just want
sister.
you to quickly go a little bit into your background and just let people know that
Sure.
even though you're in Toronto right now, you're African. I mean, I'm African royalty and I don't hide that. Everybody knows I'm the Duchess. I'm the African Duchess of Toronto. I've always said it since I came here, even before Bridgerton. But
Yes,
yeah,
sir.
so please
No, for
let's go
sure.
into
It's
your
funny
background.
that you think that when I moved, I've always called myself, princess, and I had to kind of lately I had to like level up to Queen of the North, you know what I mean, for obvious reason. But before being the Queen of the North, I was actually born in Cameroon, so I'm from Cameroon, guys. Hello.
Hey.
Cameroon, your neighbor country, we share a board together. The Biafra, I was part of my people were part of the Biafra when all this thing was happening. Actually, when you look the what's the name, the state, this movie about Nigerian colony independence in Netflix,
Yes,
you
yes, I
actually
haven't watched it, but yeah.
on the map you actually see my village, which is Douala, which was part of the beat of Biafra. Anyways, so my dad is from Douala, and my mom is actually so on the side of Cameroon is an island. So my mom is from the Cameroonian island of Mandoka. So I'm an island girl from Cameroon.
Girl.
You know,
Hey.
try, yes, I try to. I'm an island girl from Africa. It's not just I'm an island girl from Africa. Anyways, yeah. So I'm from the island of Manoka, which is a very cute island next to Cameroon. And I was actually there in Cameroon all the way up until I was 7 or 8 ish. Then I moved to Kenya. Then from Kenya, from France, and then Madagascar, Mozambique, and Canada. So that's kind of why thinking outside the box. I'm involving culture, languages, because I speak 5 languages, and it always helped me into connecting with people in the
Wow. What
culture.
5 languages do you speak?
So French, English, Spanish, Portuguese, and my own language, Douala.
Hmm. Princess.
you know. And
Nice.
I've actually started, American Sign Language, but I need to kind of continue that because I gave up a little bit because it's kind of very complicated. But
American what? Sign
American
language.
Sign Language, yeah. Thank you. Let's just say bravo, to clap in the hands. Yes.
That is so cool.
So
Yay. Oh, nice. Okay. So people can follow you at Christine DKG. I shared that earlier on. I'm going to share it again. If you guys want to
Africa.
follow Christine, please link up with her on social media. She is on Instagram at Christine DKG. She's she's a huge influencer on social media. And when you get to her page, you're going to see her profile picture of her and President Barack Obama. You know, proudly repping, proudly repping
Repping
us, always
repping the
repping us. And of course, you can follow Africa Hacks at Africa_hacks. They have loads of amazing things that they're doing for, Africans in tech. Loads of opportunities for them. And, I just want to commend you for what you guys are doing there. You guys are doing so much. Even though you're here in Canada, you still reach out to those in Africa, and you still, trying to build them up and trying to, give them opportunities. I know that you've told me a few things about some of the some of the people who have benefited from Africa Hacks, but do you want to share like one or two success stories from there?
Yeah, so with Africa Hacks, what we do is we do innovation challenges services. So we have done that through our own channel where we invited, some youths that whether they are technologists or software developer or just people who have ideas and they don't know how to create this idea and implement it. We provide them with an environment that will enable to tap into this creativity, tap into this innovation with our partners organization that brings in the technology and the resources that they need to implement those ideas. Some of our success, I would say, I will share maybe two. One of them, it's called Bridge, Join Bridge, and basically it's a platform that's allowing. Right now, it launched in Nigeria, so it's a platform that's allowing informal labor. So let's say those informal laborers in Nigeria or in Africa that's on the street that going out say, hey, knocking your door and asking, would you like me to fix your shoes or things like that. So on that tool, you'll be able to, instead of be like, oh my god, thinking about, oh my god, when is this guy gonna pass around? Is it, he used to come every Sunday. I haven't seen him yet. Well, now you will be able to be connected with him directly because you can send a message directly to him, and then whenever he's available, he can just reply to you. So that's Breach. That's one of our success story. And then
Wow,
the second
brilliant.
one,
Very
that's
brilliant.
that's the one that's kind of come on top in my head. The second one that they're still in ideation process. I think they launch, but they soft launch. So basically, what they do is a lot of people do that, but the thing is they actually build the technology behind it. So it's solar energy that's going to allow you. It's called Coda Tech. It's going to allow you to buy this device, and through this device, you can power your computer. You can power your room, and the device is taking the solar energy and transforming it into electricity. So that's one of the second one that we have. And we just completed one innovation challenges this December, and now we're bringing the project into what we call an incubation program that's starting actually in February. It's going to be a 2 month program, and at the end, the whole idea will be to now transform the project into, like, you need to formalize, you need to form your companies and things like that. So we're kind of really excited about that. It's called our Sandbox Startups program. We needed a big break, like the whole month of January. Me, I was off. I was just like, you know what, I need a break. But we're coming up back with others programs. And another thing that we're doing, and this is a conversation for another day, but it's called web monetization. So web monetization, I know, Ariyeke, we spoke about that. But
Yes.
web monetization is, you know how right now on YouTube, you you can go on YouTube, you see all those different ads and things like that. So web monetization, what it does is that you don't have to bring those ads in order to have your content monetized. The only thing that you need is you need myself. I need to have this token on my website. Ariyeke needs to have this token on the website so that when Ariyeke comes and visit Christine Dekeji webpage, I get the same amount. I think it's exactly the same amount of what YouTube are actually giving us. Those little fractions, and the money will actually go to you from point A to B. And between there's this thing that's called coil. So basically, what we're doing is that this technology is being brought by Google competitor Firefox, as you know, Firefox, and basically Firefox, they are against ads. If you go on Firefox, you won't see any ads and things like that. So they're going against ads, and basically in the long term, what it looks like is that Firefox will have the monopoly on web monetization, whereby Google had the monopoly on paid ads. And now it looks like what we're doing at Africa Hacks is that we're taking this technology and we want to introduce that to our fellow Africans, brothers and sisters, for them to either develop ideas to how can we tap into this web monetization, or content creator. I'm a content creator. How can I tap into? Should I do a blog? What should I do? So we're doing all of those 3 different programs to ensure that 2021 we're now in my team. My co-founder is a blockchain software developer. I'm an innovator. So we really want to be upfront and really bring those technology. And now we have online. we don't need to do a big event. We can just provide it online. So that's kind of what we do in a nutshell. We also provide innovation services. So if you're a company or you work for a company, you work in innovation and you want to sparkle innovation within your team, we offer those type of services whereby we bring teams together and they can, do some ideation and, create some solution around the problem. So that's kind of what we do. Yeah.
Perfect. Thank you so much, Christine. That was awesome. Thank you. Thank you
Thank you.
so much. We said we are going to be here for 1 hour. We've been here for 1 hour, 23 minutes.
Yes, that's good.
That's good. And the people watching us did not leave, they're still here.
Yes.
So that's a good thing. So I just want to quickly do a video of the comments, which I normally do, because there's so many comments and they're going to go off after
Hmm.
this session. The comments are
Oh,
going.
I know
In
it's
fact,
good.
in fact, some of the comments already left. The comments,
Really?
yeah, because
Oh,
now the comments are starting from 8:46.
oh,
The
I
ones that were
screenshot some of them. I
you
screenshot some
did.
of them.
Oh, please share them with me.
Yes, so
So yeah, these are the comments from 8:46. The ones earlier on have already gone. So what I do is I always just record them and I just share them. So yes, these are some of the comments. Thank you, Christine. Thank you so much. I've learned a lot of things tonight. I've
thank
learned
you for
so much.
having me.
I'm not very techie, but with people like you around me, I know that
Thank
I know
you.
that there's more to learn, and I know that it'll be easier to learn from you. You,
Mm,
a lot of people come on the internet and then they say, "Oh, I can do this. Oh, I will show you how to do this," but they don't even have an idea of how to do it. But having people like you who know their onions and are ready to also share the knowledge, it's such a breath of fresh air. So if
mm.
you guys are interested in learning how to use those tools that Christine spoke about, please get in touch with me. Let me know, and we can organize a session, a paid session, obviously. And yeah, she would, come on board and just teach us some of the things that we need to know how to do. Because this is 2021, we
Yes.
have to think outside of the box. You cannot be doing the same things that you've been doing pre-COVID and expect to get the desired results now that there's a pandemic out there, and the
Mm,
world has changed, the world has evolved, and your business also needs to scale up and evolve. Thank you so much once again, Christine, for coming here. And as I said to you when I spoke with you earlier on, I would love to see you more on YouTube. I would love for you to have a YouTube channel because you are such you know, a
thank
huge
you.
bundle of,
Thank you.
talent,
Thank you.
resources. You have so much knowledge that a lot of people would be willing to, learn from. So
Thank you.
thank
Thank you so
you.
much. Thank you.
Thanks.
Well, while we are here, I've been commenting on my future YouTube channel. So be sure to please subscribe.
Yes, please subscribe to her channel.
Please
You know,
subscribe to
she's
my
she's
channel.
working on some really, she's already working on some really, really awesome content that you guys would love. I wish I could spill, but I cannot spill. She would spill when she's ready to give you guys all the information. But yeah, this is her channel, Christine. You did Dikongue. That's the one that she's been using to comment. So just click on her name and please subscribe to her channel.
Hi, Paul. Sorry, I just super happy. Hi, Paul. I see that Paul is inside.
Hey, Paul. Hey, Fumi. Fumi Ayawale. Fumi says, thanks, Christine and Ariyike. Fumi was here last week. Fumi is the soul coach. Thanks, Fumi. Paul Martin says, glad to hear about the program. Hey, Paul. Is that okay? Yeah. So thank you, Paul. Thanks for joining us. Oluwatoyin and Vogue Africa says, thank you, Christine. CJ Kimbabala says, well done, Arika and Christine. I really enjoyed the session and learned a lot tonight. Thank you. That's my Duduke.
Oh,
That's
thank
my
you. I make it
that's my
okay.
boo. Thank you. Michael Edobo says, thanks, Christine. We'll take you up on the solar project. You
Okay.
mentioned Ugo or something. did not get the did not get that, but we'll connect. Okay, please connect with Christine. She's on Instagram at Christine DKG. She would give you all the information that you want. And Vogue Africa says, thank you, Ariyike. Thank you, and Vogue, for always being here. And to everyone who always comes here on Sundays, thank you so, so much for, always taking our time to come here. I do not take this for granted. And I really appreciate you guys spending your Sunday evenings with me. So, on that note, it's time to say good
Bye.
night.
Thank you for having me. Thank you so much, Ariyeke, for my
No
debut
worries.
on YouTube. And thank you,
Yes.
everyone, for listening.
Yes.
Mwah.
So the next time I want to see you on your channel, giving us those,
Yes, girls.
giving us the content as discussed.
Let's discuss. Make sure you subscribe to my channel.
And when you finish, you say, guys, make sure you subscribe to my channel, like the video, hit the notification bell, share, share, share. Yes. So
That's
yes,
it.
you guys,
Thank
please, for
you.
those watching, if you haven't subscribed to my channel, please subscribe. Please,
Exactly. Subscribe to Ariyeke channel as well, guys.
please subscribe to the two channels.
YouTube
Please,
channel.
please, please. You can see Christine's picture with President Barack Obama. She's such a
The
huge
only last president.
she's such a huge influencer. Christine, you're being tipped for. Listen, I don't think you saw this. So
What
Canada
happened?
vendor says, "Wowza!" I think this was after you mentioned all the languages that you speak.
Oh,
She
okay,
says,
okay, okay.
"Wowza, you should be Secretary General for Africa Union
May God hear you.
or the United Nations."
May God hear you.
So, girl, Canada vendor says, "Please, I need to I need you to borrow me that picture." Even me, I think I'll borrow it. I'll just put it on my Instagram and just act as if that's me. I'll just be like,
Go
throwback Thursday
back. Go
with the
back.
Presido, with my good friend Obi,
Oh,
with my good friend, no, with my good friend Bo. I know that
B-O,
Bo,
B-O,
Barack Obama,
B-O.
no time.
B-O, not T.
Bo, no, not it.
Thank you so much for having
No
us, guys.
worries.
It's
Thank you so,
fun.
so much. Thanks, Christine.
Well,
We'll talk much later. Take care. Paul says hi, ladies. Hey, Paul. We have to go now. Paul, make sure you subscribe to our channels, please. The two channels, Christine's and mine. Thank you, guys. Canada vendors, and Vogue Africa. Everyone watching. We still have 11 people watching. 12 people actually are
wow.
still on. 12 people are still
Wow.
on. They're still here. And I always like the people watching to leave before me, but
Mm,
yeah, I don't know. I see Auntie Bumi. Auntie Bumi is here. She's a lawyer here in Ontario, and she's clapping. She's like clapping for us. She's like, "Yo, great job, ladies! Thank you, Sister
you.
Bumi."
So
She's a
please
big
don't forget
sister.
to subscribe to our channel.
No, Christine, say it the YouTube way. No, Christine, you're not saying it
Okay,
properly. Say it the YouTube way.
guys, I have don't. Hi guys, please don't forget to subscribe to my channel, Christine Dikongue. Please click the button subscribe and don't forget to mark notification so you know when I'm doing my first video. Thank you so
Hey,
much.
baby girl is ready. Baby girl is ready. Christine.
I'm watching you guys. If there's no subscription, I don't know. But you better subscribe. I will subscribe to your channel too. Don't worry.
Don't worry, if they will subscribe. Everyone will subscribe. Thank you, guys. Good night, everyone. Love you guys, but we have to leave you. Have an awesome week. Stay positive. Here. Yeah.
Bye.
Take care, Christine. Thank you.
You're
Bye.
welcome.
All right. Stay positive. Surround yourselves with positive minded people, as Christine said, as we discussed. And yeah, don't be the person who will kill your own ideas before even birthing them. And of course, this has been such a great, great session on innovation, how to think outside the box in 2021. I'll be here same time next week with another co-host, and we have a very, very interesting topic that we're going to be talking about. Follow me on Instagram at Lady Ariyike. I would share the poster with you guys in the course of the week so that you know who next is coming on the show. But yeah, for now, it's good night from me to you. Love you guys. Have a great week. Bye. So I'll just be here till you guys leave because I see 7 people are still watching. So maybe when I have like 2 people watching, then I'll just, leave because I hate to leave you guys. I don't know. Mm, 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 mm. But since people are not leaving, I am going to leave. Christine, I think we can say good night.
Bye.
All right. Good night. Bye. Bye, everyone. Love you. Good night.
Just remove the live.
The Obama picture is live.
Just remove the live. Just remove the live
That's
so
what,
we can
that's what I'm doing now. That's what I'm doing. Bye.